Hi, this is Laura Axelson, and this is Radio Esteno.
Interrupting is hard for me. I wish I had practiced that in school.
That was Emma Harris. She's a new reporter. Just this year is her first year, so we'll hear some more from her in a little bit. But today we're going to talk about the first year of reporting, your first year. You get out there, you're a reporter. What I remember most from that first year is getting so overwhelmed because I was taking so many jobs. And I remember getting to the Thanksgiving holiday and being so happy because I could just sit there and dictate my notes, and then I would be able to send them off to the transcriber. So learn that you can say no. You can say, no, I'm not available. You don't have to tell anybody why if you're doing freelancing. If you get a court job right away, an officialship, which could happen, then you need to make sure you talk to your colleagues and your supervisor about feeling overwhelmed if you are. Here's some more from Emma about her first year.
Here's a snapshot of how my transition from school to work has gone. Basically, testing nerves for the first couple days of work because, wow, that was scary. Interrupting is hard for me. I wish I had practiced that in school. There are a lot of logistical things about delivering transcripts that you just can't know until you do them. So people offer you help, take advantage of that, and ask them over and over again until you get it. People don't really say when they go on and off the record. That's different than I expected from school. They just don't. They expect you to know magically. The speeds are quite a bit faster than in school, but they're not sustained. So it's harder and easier. And if you want to take other certification tests, take them as soon as you can and don't stop practicing for a long time. Last thing that's different than I expected is I expected more angry people. And at least in court, there's not too many angry people.
All right, so one thing you should be really, really aware of is that you control the room. You're kings and queens of the court. You're queens and kings of the depot room. You're there to make the record, and so it has to be a good record. So, for example, I always find they say on the record or off the record. I'm not sure. Maybe she's just in the area she's in. They just don't do it typically, but I find they mostly say on the record, off the record. But if they don't, and it sounds like they're going off the record, they're starting to chat, I will say, counsel, did you want to go off the record? But everything I've written up to that point stays on the record. So I guess what I would take from what Emma was saying was that you need to practice now controlling the room. So here's how I would suggest you would practice. Put on a dictation and practice saying out loud there in your house or in your school or wherever you are, practicing out loud, stop, or for the record, please stop, or excuse me, or just something loud, even though it's not what you might say in real life, but practice saying something loud when you have a dictation going. I've been hearing from students that they've been getting advice not to use a scopist for the first year. And I would sort of disagree with that. I would suggest that if you're going to take 4 jobs a week, that you give 2 of them to a scopist. I personally learned a lot from my transcriber. We didn't have the software back then. We were just dictating and somebody was actually typing it up. I learned a lot from her. And you can also learn from your scopist about formatting, about punctuation. So I wouldn't suggest giving all your work away, but if you want to take 4 jobs a week and you do not give at least 2 of them to a scopist, you're going to have to take yourself off calendar all the time to get caught up. And you can make more money if you use a scopist because you can stay on the record for more days. So use a scopist for every single job? No. But if you take two jobs a week, I would give 1 of them to a scopist so that you're not behind. All right, let's hear from another new reporter this year. This is Jeanine Martin from Georgia.
Going into the courthouse for my first day of reporting. I've been doing depots, Zoom depots, since August last year. I've only had 2 in-person depots. It's been an exciting year, a very lucrative year. We were able to buy that beach condo. And I'm excited about going in and actually reporting in criminal court. So this is why we do it. Have a great day.
Okay, so she's already found in her first year that she's enjoying it and has been able to do different things. For example, she did her depots both on site and through Zoom, and now she's going to go into court for her first time. So it's a very, very, very flexible career. If you let it be, if you don't, if your mind doesn't get in the way and give you some fear for it. But I would suggest you don't be afraid of trying anything to see if you like it. When I came out of court reporting school, I thought I wanted to do court. That was what I was aiming for. That's what I was pointing myself towards. And then I decided after probably the first month I didn't like it, and I wanted to do depositions only. So, but I have also over the years done some trials and court hearings because it's nice for me. I do enjoy going in there and doing them for one day. I just personally don't want to do them all the time. I don't want to be in court all the time. All right, it is now time to become the Steno Detective. Your mission is to find the rules that apply to the court reporters in your state. So as a hint, I'm going to say it'll probably be something like Code of Civil Procedure. Find what it is for your state. So it'll be, for example, in California, it's CCP something. I'm not going to tell you in case you're from California and doing this. But it'll be CCP blank, blank, blank code numbers. What is the code, or what is the procedure, or what are the laws that govern what court reporters have to do? All right, time for your motivation moment. Make it fun. It's really hard to get overwhelmed or discouraged if what you're doing is fun. So you can figure out what makes this journey fun for you and then do it. Some of the quotes I found for this were, make motivation a habit and you will get there more quickly and have more fun on the trip. Work hard, have fun, and make history. What else is there? Make life fun. Just if you can just find some joy in it. Think back to when you first started the journey, how exciting it was, and keep that fresh. Just like any other relationship, you have to keep it fresh and work at it. Work at making it work. So you can't neglect it. You can't let yourself get into a rut. I always like to tell students, at least end your day with some fun writing, so that's what you remember. That's the feeling you remember when you go to bed, the fun writing. So whatever fun is for you, one student told me recently she has a favorite speech she likes to write. And so she has been writing that all along her whole journey and getting more and more words. You can do a podcast or a video. What's fun for you? I like to write kids talking. It's hilarious. What is fun for you? Make it fun and do it every day so that your journey is full of joy and you'll want to do it. Thank you for joining me today on Radio Steno, and I look forward to seeing you next time.